there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Butler.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. Butler goes in. He kicks to Cousins. The pass to Paul. Bosch, the screen. Noah against Paul. 5 on the clock. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. Here's Bosch. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. Rose with the ball. Chris Paul covering. And again, Chicago. No good. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now here's Harden. Kicks it to Bosch. The feed to Paul. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Now here's Rose. Shot to stop the drought, and Gasol lays it in.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
Here's Butler after Pau Gasol's bucket. Puts it up from 17, and that misses badly. Air ball. Chicago trails by 9. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Dunleavy's shot is off.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
The three from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
So Vancouver ends up going with a new group. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Now here's Valanciunas. Shoots from the right block. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Here's Brooks. And again, Chicago. No good. Thompson against Brooks. And Thompson kicks to Wall. Screened by Valanciunas. Pass to DeRozan. Butler against Wall. And Valanciunas now atop the key. Back to Wall. Second chance shot. That's short off the rim. Chicago trails by 8. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Gasol. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And it's 7 points for Pau Gasol.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Vancouver leads by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
They've got Jimmy Butler, Harden out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Chris Bosh, and it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. The shot by Heinrich no good. Vancouver leading by 6. And for Chicago, Brooks out there with Heinrich. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Noah in at the 5. Now here's Paul. He dishes it to Cousins. And the shot is long. Mirotic against Paul. And Mirotic kicks to Brooks. Mirotic passes to Gibson. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now here's Brooks. Harden missing his last shot. Gibson with the screen on Paul. And again, Chicago. No good. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 6 points for Chris Paul.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Vancouver. Dunleavy's checked in for Chicago. Rose comes in for Aaron Brooks. Now here's Bledsoe. Dishes it to Cousins. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's an 11-point Vancouver lead.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
And that one's good. Heinrich's got his first basket of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Here's Cousins, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Jordan, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Paul outside. Bosh sets the pick for Paul. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Vancouver making a switch here. Parker's checked in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Tony Parker. That's his first personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Vancouver.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Here's Parker. Butler in the corner. Back to Parker. Pass to Bosh. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jordan. Pass to Bosch. Heinrich against Bledsoe. Back to Bosch. Goes back up. That's good. Bosch has got the lead up to 11 now for Vancouver.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Rose gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Rose has got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Bosch. Yes. Chicago trails by 8.
2 minutes left.
Now Heinrich. Noah with
those heat checks. If he's taking... Oh, wow.